Welcome, everyone. Today we have Elvia Williams with Your Time Home Inspection. I've known them forever. They're amazing home inspectors here in the San Antonio area. I'm going to let them kind of go. We're going to do a kind of a deep dive today into home inspectors, what it is. She's going to talk about her company, what they offer, how to read a report, what your clients are going to see. And if you're watching this and you're not a real estate agent, they're going to go through and they're going to explain, what it is, how you can use it for your own life. And then we'll be able to answer any questions that everyone has. So go ahead, LV. It's all yours, and we're here to help.
Perfect. Well, thank you so much, Andrew, for having me here today. And thank you to all those that are going to be watching this as well. So my name's Elvia Williams. My husband and I started our home inspection company back in 2015. So we've been helping families since 2015. I want to touch up first on the agent, on the realtor, right? And then we'll talk about the consumer and the importance of getting a home inspection, period. Whether you are a realtor, whether you're an investor, whether you're just, curious about the process, because sometime in your life, you're going to have a relative, a friend, a neighbor ask about whether or not they should get a home or a building inspected. So we can definitely start with the realtor, right? So what do we tell our realtors is that the process it's all a learning process, but once you get it down, it works very fluently together. So when you have a client, and of course you go under contract, whether the contract, you go into an option period, they accept the contract, right? You get it back and they're going to give you the option period, right? So they're going to either give you 7, 10, 15 days, whatever. And I'm sure Andrew can touch a little bit more about like how that happens. All I know is that our realtors will call us and say, hey, Elvia, we are under contract and we have a 7-day option period. What does the option period mean? The option period means that is your window to get that home inspected, right? So you have 7, whatever they give you. So what we then do is we schedule that inspection for you. And a lot of people are like, well, what am I going to get with the inspection? So we are going out there and inspecting the roof, the electrical, the HVAC, the attic, the plumbing in the home. We're checking the grading around the house, meaning that we want water to go away from the house, not to sit in the house, like on the edges. We are looking, and what I tell our realtors is that we check everything and anything that we can put our hands on, right? Now, what does that process look like? So once we schedule it, let's just give you an example. Today is a Wednesday. And so let's just say we scheduled it at 2:00. So once we schedule it, then you're going to get, as the realtor, you're going to get an email confirmation as well as the client to let them know, hey, we are good to go for this date and time. And there's also a link for payment, because a lot of times our agents are like, well, how are my clients going to pay? Right? So they receive an email confirmation, and in that email confirmation, there's also a link for payment. Now, the next question is like, okay, after you do the inspection, I'm going to show you what the report looks like and the ease of it, the way the software works that we use. But after you get the inspection, you will get it the same day. So if you schedule it for today at 2:00, then you're going to get it before the end of the day today. So you'll have that. Then the clients or agents are asking us, okay, now that we have it, if we have any questions, can we reach out to the agent? I mean, to the inspector? Of course you can. So I'm about to show you what the inspection report looks like, just so that you can have an idea, because our belief is if we better equip and we make our realtors look good, then they're going to look good in front of their clients. And we want to make sure that our agents, when they get that report, they know exactly what to look for, where to look for it. That way they can sit down and talk to their clients about it. So I'm going to go ahead and share just to give you an example of what our reports are. And it's not an example. I'm going to show you an exact. I'm going to share my screen. And Andrew, can you still hear me and see me?
Yep, you're good. It's sharing right now.
Perfect. Okay. So this is an example of what the schedule looks like, but I'm going to show you the report. So we'll get our inspector's information here, client and our agent. In this case, our client was, you'll see Cody here because he was actually paying for his client. So we had that, but let's go into the report. So I'm going to open it up. And this is what you're going to get as well. So your reports, when you open them up, it's super important to always ask the inspector, what is it that they're looking at, right? Are your reports easy to read? Here's an example of what our reports look like. So here's the address. Now, if you notice here at the bottom, you'll see blue, orange, and red. So what that means is there is 5 blue items, 9 orange, and 7 red. Your red is going to be of higher priority, meaning it's more of a safety. The orange is more of a maintenance, as well as the blue. So if we scroll down, and it'll tell you here exactly what they mean. We're going to scroll down. So there's your verbiage there. So your blue meaning that there is so many items of low, medium maintenance and monitor cosmetic, right? Your orange is going to be medium of high, and your red is going to be your safety and structure. So what does that mean for you? Well, I'm about to scroll. If you look, your report is going to be in those colors. So you'll have the pictures, so the verbiage right here. So it'll talk about the exterior walls, but remember, it's all in that color. It's all in that color, right? So you got your blue, you got your orange. So our reports are super detailed. So of course you're going to get your pictures, but you're also going to get the color based on the color. And there's your red right there. So this gives you an example. So the reason that we do this is because we want to make sure that our realtors are equipped to have a very easy to read inspection report. So if the client asks them, well, is this of high priority? Now you can tell them, look, no handrails right there, right? Or visible light, right? There's visible coming in through the light. So these are like, here's what I tell our realtors. There's nothing that cannot be repaired or fixed, right? It's going to come at a cost, but we want to make sure that we provide that information to our clients and our realtors. Now, here's the best part of our reports. This is one of them. So of course, and it lines up right here. You got your structure systems, electrical. So if you wanted to jump into the electrical strictly, you just click on it. It's going to take you there. If you wanted to jump into the plumbing, it's going to take you there. If you wanted to jump into any structure, because there's 15, it's going to take you there. So they're very easy to read, follow instructions. They're dummy proof, in my opinion. So now here's the best part. Here's another a part that I wanted to show you. Once you get this inspection report and you're looking over it, you're sitting down with your client. Different realtors work different with different clients, right? But you're sitting down explaining to them, these are the items that we have. So now once you sat down and talked to your client, if you go up here to our report tools, it's going to tell you there's a repair request builder. So here's what this does. So when you click on that repair request, now it's going to bring all the deficiencies that were found in the report as an option for you to click. For example, to select, because once you select them, once you select the items, it's going to turn around and make a PDF file that you can then send over to the listing side, whether you're going to ask for money or whether you're going to ask for them to repair it. And I'll give you an example. So let's just say we're looking at this here. So we're looking at this here, the structure system. So let's just say, okay, you know what? My client just wants all the red items. We're not going to worry about the orange. We're not going to worry about the blue. We can get those fixed with our contractors. We just want the red items. So we can scroll down. You can actually go to the top and select that. But what you can do is you could just click on it. When you click on it, if you notice, it's going to give you the option to ask for money. It's going to say credit, or it's going to have you put a comment. For example, you can do the comment is, please, you can type whatever you'd like in there. Must be asking to get money, whatever it is, you can put the comments here, right? So once you select, remember, the client just wants all the red. Let's just do all the reds. It's going to give you that availability to either ask for monies, or you're going to put your comment in there as to what you're asking them to correct or fix. So we're doing all the red items. So let's just we do all the red items. We're going to do all the red all the way down. Okay, so let's just say we did all the red. Now we're going to come up because we decided that our client only wants all the structure and the safety ones. Now it's going to tell you to create it. So once you click create, it's going to do a PDF file for you. So you just get the email, you're going to click, you're going to put on here the name of the listing agent that you're going to send it to. And then of course your recipients right here, your email. but basically it'll say here is your repair request list, and it's going to do it in a PDF file. Now, a lot of my realtors, I had a brokerage ask me, well, Elvia, I can do that, but that doesn't really, there's nowhere to sign. I'm like, no, that's why you still have to send your addendum, your trek. And I'm sure Andrew can go with that. So this is only a
click
PDF
on that
file.
link so we can see what it looks like, Elvia.
Yeah, we can do that. So let me, or you know what, Andrew, can I send it to you?
Yeah, send it to me and I'll click it. Yep.
Let's see, email.
Realtor Andrew Morin. Yeah.
Okay, so let's just say realtor Andrew.
Yep. Morin at Gmail.
Morin at gmail.com. That way you can bring it up and share it to see how, or I can, or you know what, I could even send it to myself. Let's do that. And I'll send it to you too if you want to. Inspections.com. Okay, so basically, can I add another one?
Yeah, go ahead.
Let me see if it'll let me add. I'm sure I can.
Well, if not, you can just send it to yourself just so we can see it.
Andrew Morin.
Realtor Andrew Morin. Yep.
Okay, let's see. Because that way you can get it. So this is the beautiful part of this is an added resource or value that's linked to our inspection report writing. So realtor Andrew Morin at
Gmail.com. Yeah. Did you freeze, Elvia?
Okay.
Hey, Elvia, you're kind of freezing. Yep. She'll be right back. Thanks for coming, Bonnie. Nice to see you. Oh, we're waiting.
Hey, nice to see you too, Andrew.
Hopefully we'll get her to jump right back on. Yep.
Yeah. So she was showing how the client can look at their inspection report and click and send everything that they want us
Yep.
to
So
ask the
you
seller
can
to
do
repair.
that. So when you have the 1903, I'll pull that up on my side for you guys. And let me let her back in. Here
I'm
she
so
is.
sorry. My
You're
internet
okay.
is being weird. My internet is being weird. Can we go back to sharing it?
Yeah, you can go back and reshare. Yep. So the reason I'm asking, just so
Okay.
everybody knows, the reason I asked Elvia to send the report and open it, it's not the best practice to just send that link like that. For realtors, you want to
Okay.
open the link and put it into the form 1903, which is our addendum
There
to
you
the
go.
contract, and it's section
There you
2
go.
where it asks for repairs. And then if it's past that little box, and I can share, let me grab my thing and I can show you what that looks like,
Let
just
me
so our
see what.
agents, let me open it on my side.
No, go ahead and see if you got it, Andrew, because I want to see, and that's exactly what one of the brokerage said. He goes, well, I can send that over, but I also need to send an addendum. I'm like, do what you have to do. This is just an added information on the listing side to break down those
nice where it's
items.
all broken down for you.
Did you get yours, Andrew? Because I didn't get
a
mine.
copy yet. Let me make sure it didn't go to junk or spam.
Okay, hold on.
No, I didn't get anything yet, mine.
Okay, that's fine. Let me see if we could do something. Let me send it again. Okay, yeah, because I want you guys to see how it looks. So let's do it again. Where is my, give me one moment so I can get, okay, let's go back. Let's go do it again. I'm going to share my screen. Okay, so this is, let's see here. So once we select it, I'm going to go back up here and let me just send it to you, Andrew, because
That's fine, yeah.
And let me make sure I'm sending it on the right. Okay, your repair request has been created. You can view it or
So if
copy
you want to,
link
you can
here.
just copy that link, Elvia, and put it in the chat here in the Zoom.
Yeah, let me do that. Let me see
That
if it'll
way it
let me.
won't act crazy or anything.
There you go. Let's do that. Let me put it in the chat. Let me stop sharing and then let me put it in the chat and see if we can bring it up.
Yep, I can do it that way.
Perfect. Okay, I just sent it. Let me see here. Where is it? There we
I got
go.
it,
Okay,
yep.
I just sent it, Andrew.
Okay, give me 1 second. I'll open it up and I'll show them what it looks like.
Yeah, and so what this does is, you're right, because this brokerage is like, well, we need to send an addendum because we want the listing site to sign. Most definitely do on your end what you need to. This is just like
Okay.
added information about
Now you mentioned the one, let me share the screen here. So this is what it looks like for everybody. When you open it, the require request, and it shows like here's the different things
There we
here.
go. Yes.
Now, but it doesn't have any price or anything like that.
No,
So
because I didn't remember when I selected them, you have two options. You're going to have an option to ask for money. Maybe we'll do that. We can do another one where I can
yeah,
ask
can
for
you click,
money.
can you
And then,
reshare? Go ahead on your side. I'll stop sharing. Do it where you click
yeah,
the price so they can see the difference.
okay, perfect.
Because
So
then
let's
that
go back
way,
in
so the
there.
reason we do that, guys, is it'll give you an example of how much it would cost to fix them. And then at that point, you know, kind of, okay, this would cost 3,500 to fix. We were only asking for 1,000 of seller concessions.
Right. And here's the thing, our agents are like, well, I don't know what it's going to cost to fix that. Well, that's why when you're every inspection, we include a repair pricer. So the repair pricer turns all the deficiencies found in the report into an estimated cost of repairs. This only goes to our realtors. It does not go to the client. This repair pricer includes the labor, the product, the material, the labor, and the cost, right? The cost of it.
Yeah.
So it's all three inclusive in there. So the last thing I want is for a client to get it and be like $10,000. Like, no, listen, that is everything in the report, and it's going to include the material, the cost, and the labor.
Yeah, it gives us negotiation power as an agent. Yep.
Right. And so because a lot of my agents are like, I don't know what that's going to look like. So that's the reason we provide that report
Okay.
for our agents. Okay, so let's do this.
Yeah. Can
So
you
we
click a
did the
couple
red.
just to practice? Yeah.
Yeah, let's do this. So here we go, guys. So we have right here, let's ask for money, right? So
Yep.
let's say this one here, we're just gonna do $200. Let's just do 200 here.
Okay.
Okay,
So does it come
200.
pre-built, or do you have a way to know how much it would cost?
So it does not come pre-built. That's the reason we add the repair pricer, because you've got to go through your repair pricer to see what that item came out to, and then plug in that amount on there.
So where would we, is that something you send to the repair pricer?
Yes, so when we schedule an inspection, for example, if they were to schedule an inspection today, the agent's going to get the date and the time, right, of the inspection. There's also going to be a link in there. So as soon as the report has been uploaded, then the agent is going to get an email that says, hey, welcome, this is Repair Pricer. To order your free Repair Pricer, click here. So the agent's going to get a link. The agent gets a link to order it for free. And you want to make sure you put on there the full report, because it's going to offer you the summary. We do not want the summary. My agents want the full report.
Okay.
Because if you pick the summary, it's only going to give you the repair pricer for the summary. And we're looking at everything.
Okay.
So that's just an option that we put on there. So that email, and I can send you what that email looks like. I can have Repair Pricer send it to you. We can email them and I'll CC you in it to see what that looks like, so the agents know how to look out for it. But it's going to say Repair Pricer.
Okay.
Okay.
Just
and
so I know agents won't know what to call, what price to get. So that's good.
Right. And it's going to go straight to the realtor. It won't go to the client, but it's an email that is sent to our realtor. Once we schedule the inspection, they get this link so they can order it. Now, I've had some agents that are like, oh, Elvie, I forgot to order my repair pricer. Can you order it for me? Yes. So if they tell me like, hey, I forgot to order it, I can't find the email, it went to my junk, anyway, whatever it may be, just call me and then I can CC and upload it on there, and then they will send the report out to them within 24 hours, I believe.
That sounds great.
Okay. So that's the resource that we provide that to the agents, because they don't know. I don't even know what it would look like or cost. And I don't want to just put any amount in there. But you know what, like you said, if Andrew, if they're only offering so much for concession, then you know, right? So let's just say we do a $200 here.
Yeah, that's fine. We'll just do that one just so they can see it.
Let's do this. Okay, we'll do that one, and now we're just gonna save it. Okay, now I'm gonna go up. We just did 200, so there's their fee. Let's create it, and let me go ahead and send it to you. Oh, I'm just gonna copy the link again, and
That
then we'll
works
open it up.
perfect.
Okay?
Yep.
And then let me open it up on my end since I can. A copy link. Stop. And this is so important because these are just added values that we have as the home inspection company so that we can empower our realtors when it comes to the negotiating table. All right, so I just did that. Let me click on this and see what it looks like now. And let me know if you guys can see it.
You're not sharing anymore, Elvia.
Okay, perfect. Give me one moment. Let me fix that. Let me make that correction. Okay, share. And here it is. Let me share. Okay, so there it is. You see at the top how it says $200 credit requested?
Yeah, I
That's
love
what
it.
it's gonna look like.
Okay.
That's what it's going to look like. Now, my question is, if it's $200 requested, I think it's per item. So like it would have the amount at the top right here
Okay.
of whatever item that you selected and clicked on. And I'm sure if you do a comment, it's going to show it up here. We can do a comment too.
Okay, that's great. Let me show them real quick the what it looks like on the 1903,
Okay.
the addendum
Okay,
that
let me
we
stop
have in ours.
sharing. So I'm going to go
Yes.
ahead and stop sharing. And
Okay, let me
then I'd
share
like
that
to.
just so everyone can see that on our side.
Perfect. Oh, my earring fell out.
So for as realtors, when you open up, this is your addendum to the contract. This is in the buyer side on the 1 to 4 contract. For the listing contract, you have to do addendum to the listing. It's a different contract. So this one, the number is 1903, and that's when you can have up to 4 of these, and then you have to start using 1, 2, 3, and 4 again. And then right here in section 2 is where you would click. And because we have that nice form like you have, Elvia, I would just say see attached
Yes.
PDF for requested repairs. Something simple like that. And there's it.
And
And
what
then
is the
I would,
form called, Andrew?
yep. What's that?
What is the form called?
The number is 1903. It's
Yeah,
called the amendment to the contract. It's for only used on the buyer side.
Yeah, and that's what the broker ended up telling
Yep.
the agents, well, that's what you need to send because that's where you want the seller side
Yep.
to sign off on
But the
it.
good thing is what you can do here is you can say, please see attached PDF for repairs. But if you add in all those numbers like you just showed us and say it comes up to $2,500, I could
Okay.
say, or we are asking for 1,500 in seller concessions.
Okay.
And then whichever one they agree to, then you could go here if it's if it's the seller concessions, you change it, of course, right here in number 4 is seller concessions, and you'd be able to change all that kind of stuff. So depending which way they want to go as the other agent of this listing side, you can now either use the form that you have, Elvia, because that's very powerful, to say here's the repairs, here's the price, and it's not us making it up, it's from an actual contract company that knows what it costs to
Right.
fix. And that gives you a
Right.
lot of power. It makes it a lot better for us. I like that
And I
a
want
lot.
to know, and then let me see if I can find what the repair pricer looks like. I
Okay,
think that
I'll
would be
stop sharing
very,
on my
very,
side if you want. Yeah.
yeah, that would be very beneficiary to show you what that looks like so you know how to read it. Let me go into a repair pricer. I'm going to share the screen and I'm going to go into a repair pricer with you guys so we can pull up a report and we can see what that looks like. Okay, that's going to be super powerful to see. So let me go into my dash lane. Give me one moment. I'm going to go on repair pricer. I just want to get in there. And then let's see, repair pricer, where are we? Yeah, let's see here, dismiss. But yeah, but then y'all can just jot down your questions as well if y'all have any, but let me show you what this is going to look like. Okay, it's going in. Let me share my screen.
Okay.
And let me see here. Okay, let me know if y'all see my screen.
We do.
Okay. All right, so let's go to our dashboard here because this is what you guys are going to see. All right, so these were commercial. Don't pay. Let's see, commercial. Let's do. Here we go, the report. Okay, so we're going to view one of these reports, guys, so you can see what the repair pricer looks like. And remember, these are free. So let's view this one here. So this is what it's going to look like. This is a platform that you're going to have access to. For example, this property here has concrete. If you notice the decking, it's all broken down for you, electrician. So we're going to go into
That's
more.
great.
This is what it's going to
So
look
would you
like when you
just check
receive
the
the
things
report.
that you want to ask?
Let's go into the electricity side. Let me click on that.
So you would
And
just
so,
do it. You would just check the things you want, right?
yes, check the things that you want, right? In this case, the light fixture switch should be accessible prior to entering the attic. It's going to tell you the cost right here, $344. So even if you do, it's a break. While the conductors were used as a hot conductors in the panel, these conductors need market, it'll give you the verbiage, and at the bottom, it's going to give you the amount. So it breaks down within the clusters. You click on the cluster. So let's click on something else. So see, for example, here's your decking, 900. Let's go pick one, Andrew, that you'd like to see.
Do HVAC. That's a big one in
All right,
Texas.
let's do the HVAC right here. So we're going to click on this, and you can actually create another report here too as well. So here it's going to tell you, for example, there was no secondary drain line. So in order to add one, this is the cost that it's going to look like. Okay. So it breaks it down for you. Rust was noted in the pan. There's your cost. So it breaks it down into clusters for you, but you can break down even more. So that's what the total estimate for this property would be.
Can you
right?
click download as PDF just so we can see what it looks like?
Most definitely. Let's see here. So I'm going to go in here. There it is right here. Download as a PDF. So it's going to give you different ways to share it. So let's download it as a PDF. And then this is what it looks like. So you have the property, right? You're going to have your estimated right here. It's going to do a little graph for you of the cost per area. And it makes it looks really, it just prices it out for you. You can send this over to them, but this is how easy it is. Remember how I showed you how to,
I think it's great.
Remember how I showed you how to add the money or the comment? This is where you're going to grab it from.
Okay.
You're going to grab it from here. If the client is asking for the HVAC because of that pan, then you know that that's what you have to ask for, right? Because that's what the cost is going to look like. So it's going to break it all for you. And I can send you this too if you'd like, Andrew, or we can share it with the team.
So that's great. I love how it breaks it down. So like that whole house to fix everything is 13,000.
It's 13,000
exactly.
for the deficiencies that we found. And this is why we don't send it to the clients, because the first thing they see is they don't see the detail, they see the amount, right?
Yep, they're gonna lose their mind, yeah.
But it includes the part, the labor, and the cost. That's why it's all included. And these are actual, when they tell me, okay, Elvia, you've quoted me, can someone actually go out there and do the job for that amount? Yes, this company does that.
That's awesome.
So there you have that, and I can share that with you, but that's how the report's going to look like.
Okay, I like that a lot. I like the report with the colors. Makes it easy, then you can get the repair, then you can do addendum, very easy.
And then if you have any questions, you can always reach out to them. But this is the piece. So view as an inspection report. You can also view it as an inspection report too. So it's going to set it up for you, and then you can view it as if you're looking at the inspection. So here's the inspection. And then of course, this is one of our agents right there. So she gets it right here. So you can view the repair pricer as an inspection report as well.
That's great.
Yeah.
Do a lot of good stuff.
Yeah, it's a lot of good stuff that a lot of our agents don't know that we offer. So doing something like this, Andrew, is super powerful.
It makes a big difference, yeah, because it makes it really easy to do your amendment. Addendum for repair is your amendment.
Yeah, and you can share the report, you can download it. I mean, there's different ways to download it and things like that. So we have our dashboard. The agents will have their own dashboard too. So they'll once they click on there to receive it, and they're going to be able to go in there and make modifications and changes to what they want to ask for and what they don't. And this is a rough estimate look of what the things look like, per household. So that's just an example of what we find. Yeah. Any questions on this? You let me know, Andrew, or I can send you a PDF.
Bonnie, Marcel, do you guys have any questions on that?
Yeah. No, I don't think.
No, not right now.
No questions.
Hi, Bonnie.
Bye.
And Marcel, I love that you got these amazing top people in your team, Andrew. You always surround
They're
yourself with
amazing.
good people.
Love it. All right.
And the
Can
fact
you?
that they're still surrounded with you, you're amazing.
Oh, I love
Okay,
having them. They're great.
let me stop sharing now. And then tell me, so
Can
those are
you
just
talk
some
about some
added,
of the other stuff that you do at your time home inspection, other than just the
yes,
general and the normal inspection that everyone does?
most definitely. As you know, the last time I was there at the EVO, I know I'm just so trying to get used to that because it's Envision now. It's
E and V. Yeah.
EV, ENV. So the last time I was there, we're always looking to better how we can better help our realtors and our clients as a consumer, right? We're always looking out for how we can find ways to do it. What we've recently added is mold. So we do mold testing now. And that was one of the things that was super important for a lot of our agents and clients that were like, hey, I have this older home. So we've added it. We listen to the need and we do our best to fill it, right? So the mold testing was a big one. We do the well testing as well, but the only thing we do not do, if it's easier to remember, what we don't do is septic. That's the only thing we don't do. But we do everything else.
You still work with
So
your septic partner to send out?
I'm working with In and Out Water Source and Cisco Septics, and there's a couple of
Yep.
other septic company that we've added on our list only because we want to make sure we offer those resources to our clients. I had a conversation with one of my sponsors, and I told her, different people. Oh, we also do solar. So I'll break it down. We do solar inspections as well
Nice.
now. A lot of inspectors here in the state of Texas, they'll go up there and they'll just check to see how it's added to the roof, right? Or make sure that there's not a seal. I mean, I guess James can talk a little bit more about that. You know what? Let me have him talk a little bit more about that. Is that okay if we have an inspector
Yeah,
that
you
I
can talk.
actually
That's
have
fine.
here?
Yep.
Okay, perfect. Let me on this. So he can talk about the services that we offer when it comes to the structure engineer that we're not offering. And let's see. And also just other added benefits. Choose virtual background. I want none. Okay. I'm gonna let my amazing husband sit down here and talk about the mold and the structure.
That'd be
Take
great.
it
Thanks,
away,
James.
Williams. There's
So tell them who
James.
you are, James.
Hello, everyone. I'm James, co-owner of Your Time Home Inspections. We've been in the inspection. I've been doing this for almost 10 years now, but I grew up in construction work. But on the engineer evaluation, we are not engineers ourselves, but we work with a structural engineer out of Houston. So we're their field work. So we do all the work in the field and send them all the documents, paper.
I think you froze again, guys. Yep. Hey, James, you froze. So we'll have to. Hey, we lost him. That's okay. You guys will have to hop off and come back in. Hey, James, we can't hear you, bud. All right, there it is. He'll come back.
Okay. So I'm co-owner of Your Time Home Inspections, and I've been doing home inspections for almost 10 years now. So on the structural engineer side of it, we're not engineers. None of our inspectors are engineers, but we partnered with a structural engineer themselves. So we're their field rep. So we do all the field work for them. So we take all the measurements, all the pictures, everything that they need. They have very specific things that we have to do on our end, and then we send all that documentation to them, and then they form an evaluation of the structure on the foundation. Was there, did y'all hear me on that one?
We heard you. Yep. Sorry, we were muted. Yep.
I don't know. I just wanted to make sure on that. all those reports are returned within 48 hours from the
So does
time
that mean
we,
if there's a foundation issue you see, you can have a structural engineer out there real quick to get it checked, right?
so the engineer himself does not go out there. So we do everything for them. We're their field reps. So we're the guys out in the field that are taking all the information, taking all the measurements of the foundation,
Do you run
all
a
the,
level out?
yes.
Okay,
Yep, and
great.
we do all that, and then we send it off to them, and then they do all the calculations and everything. I'll have Elvia send you
Sample.
a sample of what that engineer's report looks like on there.
Okay.
If there's work that's needed, they will put on that report where that work needs to be done at and give you a general estimated cost of that repair as well.
Show it to you, Andrew, if you want.
Yeah, we'll
Right
get a
now.
chance. We can jump in and see it real quick if we have a second. Yeah,
Yeah,
that'd be
I
good.
will. Okay, while he's there, I can show it.
That's good. That makes it easier if you have need foundation stuff. Just have it
Right.
done right there.
right. And like I said,
You
the
can stay on
engineer gets you the report back to you within 48 hours of us uploading all the information to them.
Okay, give me a minute. I'm gonna bring it up so you can see what it looks like.
Okay. Now, what are you doing for,
Just,
you have mold now? Do you still do your pipe thing where you
talk about
redo the new
mold when I get
pipe?
it up.
Like if they have a sewer pipe or something?
Yes, so we do the sewer line, the sewer inspections as well, but I'm a mold assessment consultant. So I can actually I do the testing for the mold, send it off to the laboratory. If we actually find mold, I'm able to do wow, I'm having a brain fart here.
Like a mold testing, yeah.
So I can do the protocol for those repairs
Okay,
as
nice.
well on that. But Elvia said she's got the report ready.
No, I need to get in there so I can grab it.
I'm gonna
Well,
let her pull up that report.
We're gonna grab it here. I just needed I just need my finger computer.
I mean, pretty much you
Yeah,
guys
so-
do everything that we
We
need.
do it.
Yeah.
So it's easier to remember what we don't do than
Sure.
what we do. And I told Andrew that we don't do septic, but we do everything else.
But you have Cisco Septic you work with. I've used them before. They're great.
Yes, they're really good. They're good. And I'm just bringing it up here because I want y'all to see structure engineer sample report. And I'm gonna let James walk through it with you.
Okay.
Here we go. We found one. That's a sample. And then I'm gonna have James walk you through it. Let me just open it up. This is good stuff. I love this. I think you've encouraged me so I can do more, Andrew.
Yeah, that's why we have, we have technology. We might as well use it. Yep.
Yeah, let me see if this is the right one. It looks like it will. It's just taking a while. My internet is that it? Yes, that's it. Okay, I'm gonna let James go through it. I'm gonna share the screen.
Okay.
You ready? And this is good stuff. I'm excited because I love what we do. Okay, there you go. And you can scroll
Yeah,
through
we
it.
see it now. Yep.
Yeah. So Philip Bullock is the actual engineer. He's the one that goes over all the information we send and creates this report. So they break it down in multiple forms on there. So they're going to talk about if it needs repair, it'll tell you it needs repair. It's a pretty in-depth report here. Let's see here.
It looks good. It looks just like other ones that I've had on my houses. I like the colors. That's what I've seen that before too. Yep.
Right. So the red means, areas where you had movement on there, and the green, and they
So
do
it's
it
kind
in
of, if you leave it on that, can you go back up, James, to that color? You can see it's like negative 1.6, negative 0.9. So agents that are looking, that's kind of what you're looking for, that difference. Those red, because that shows that it's dipping down.
right. And looking at this one here, that does not look like they were recommending repair on this one.
So I don't know if this is right. You can tell me if I'm wrong. What someone told me, if it's under an inch difference, it's fine. If it's under 2 inches, I'm losing a brain fart too. The lender doesn't care if it's at least 2 or under, and then if it's between 1 and 2, most companies will say then to get it leveled or get some work done. So usually they say that most appraisers and everything on the lending side as realtors, this is what my land lenders have told me. As long as it's less than 2 inch difference, like the negative, you see like negative 0.09, 1.6, that one's close. As long as it's under 2, my lenders told me they don't care as realtors, that they're still going to clear it and we don't need anything. You do have a little bit of a difference there. You'll have a little shift, but it's nothing that's so bad we have to get repairs.
Correct.
Yeah, that was kind of interesting. I love how they have the numbers. That's great.
Yeah, and they go into detail about the rule, the 1/360. So, it's the 1 inch of bend in 30 feet. They go over and put it all
Okay.
on there. And then they break the graphs down differently. So they have the contour lines on here so you can see more of how that movement's looking on the house. And they do deflection, tilt. They got
Wow,
some
they do all
more.
kinds of stuff.
Yes, they have several different versions on there. So they're showing how the movement is on.
Wow.
Yeah, they've got quite a bit on their reports, and they talk about they'll conclude about what they saw. They go on there. If I've had them where they say, at this time it doesn't need work, but however, it's in getting close to it and need to monitor, and it may need repairs in the future. And
Okay.
then there's his actual stamp, and then he'll sign and everything, have it all dated. But they go into all the numbers on the past bills
That's
and
great.
all.
So they don't have, so is this an extra fee for you to do that, or is that included with the inspection? If they see something, how
Okay,
does that
so
work for
actually they did
consumers?
require work on this one.
Okay.
Yeah, so you can see here on
Oh,
this
yep.
point right here. So the red, all the red and the green, so the circles
Yep.
there, those are where they're recommending the piers. So they have it down here. So there's like the interior slab, they're recommending 10.
Nice.
Exterior, they're recommending 7. They're recommending removing a tree that's too close to the foundation on there. And then here's their cost. They're saying to have that repair, you're looking at about $19,600 for that repair.
Okay. Does it come with a lifetime warranty for their repairs?
So they don't do the repairs. They're just the engineer. They're giving you
Oh, okay. A rough idea.
they're giving you a rough estimate to say, hey, this is the standard, the industry standard. This is about what it's going to cost you. So you don't have somebody come in there and you look at this, and if they come back and go, that's going to be 45,000, you can kind of go, well, okay, give me a little more information on why that pricing's there, because this is what I got from my structural engineer. Or
Okay, I
if they
love
come
that.
in at
That's great.
$4,000. But
Okay.
they also go into the pylons, the driving them in, and about all that stuff. So they show all this on their report.
So
That's
yes,
great stuff.
Yes, and then our home inspection report, if we're doing it during the home inspection, we actually give them our home inspection report so they can see everything that's going on within the house.
Okay.
They'll actually have the home inspection so they can see all of that. If not, we have a report that we do separately that gives them the pictures and everything that they need.
Wow.
That way, and the cost is a $500 flat fee.
That's way cheaper than hiring an inspector. Like an
So
engineer. If you have an actual engineer, they're expensive. Yep.
they're close to the. I mean, the cheapest we found is 500, and I've had them go up as high as $1,800. And
I've
here in
usually
San
done about
Antonio,
11, 1200 is what it cost me.
right, and it's taken them about 2 to 3 weeks to get a report back to you.
Yep. It sure does.
Yes, and we're doing it within 48 hours. And it's just because the engineer's not physically coming we're doing all the field work for them, and we're already on the property.
Yep.
So and that's why we're giving it at a very reasonable price.
That's great. Love it. All right, Bonnie or Marcel, do you guys have any questions on it?
I don't.
No, not right now. Thank you.
Okay. Do you have anything else you wanted to talk about, LV or James, about anything?
So you talked about.
And then we talk
Solar.
about the mold, and then on the solar
Yes.
panel inspections, it's not just, we're actually gonna go in there and get measurements on how much current's being pulled through the system, We're gonna
Oh.
put down how old the unit is. It's a pretty extensive report as well on that end of it. It's going to give you your, how old the panels are, how much lifespans last on them. Are they pulling the appropriate amount of power for how many panels are on your roof? Is your inverter, how old's your inverter? Is it getting close to need to be replaced? It's a pretty long. I'll have Elvia also send a sample report of what those look
Okay.
like as
I've
well.
never heard another inspection company. Everyone always says they don't inspect those. So that's very
Well,
interesting.
so our inspectors and myself went through a course and we're actually certified to do solar panel inspections in the state of Texas. So the state
Wow.
of Texas requires that whoever's inspecting them to be certified to do what they're doing.
Yeah, I've never heard anyone else, so that's great.
Yes, and our fee for that one is $300.
Okay.
And this will help too. It also gives you on there during your buying and selling process, if the panels are being leased out and you're trying to take over payments on it, it talks in there about how to do that during the process. Or if you're buying them straight out or having the other side pay for it, it goes in there. It helps with the real estate transaction as well
Yeah,
on
that'd be very useful.
on the solar side of it as well. Yes.
That's awesome. Well,
Yeah,
thank you
and it
guys
gets
for all that info. It's so good.
Yeah, we've got a whole lot of stuff and it's a lot of information.
Do you have any questions, Marcel or Bonnie? Anything to add or anything?
No questions.
Okay.
I'll
So
even take
guys,
on different questions too.
yeah, I was
Yeah,
about to
no, I'm
say,
good right now. Thank you.
okay. Well, thanks for coming on. Again, this is Your Time Home Inspection. I'll have their contact information in the bottom of the video in the description so they can reach out with any other questions and go that way. And
I
thank you
don't
for
know.
coming, guys.